Hi John, just following up from the Skype session that we've just done. Lovely to meet up with you, so to speak, and talk to you about your golf game. This was Lee, who I mentioned during the session, who visited today. Similar problem to yourself, different swing in general, but 10 handicap golfer, struggling a little bit with his shot, or struggling quite a bit with his shot pattern. Understood the changing of flex of the knees, but way too much lifting to the top. You can see there that right elbow coming up. As this right elbow comes up, the butt of the club is pushed forward and the lead wrist starts to just cup a little bit. From there, he was trying to unwind. Left arm too much out, shaft way too high, above the right shoulder. And then really from there, it was just an attempt to get the club back on the inside. Right shoulder hangs back. On this particular shot, he stays flexed forward pretty well. So he just pulls it. Club gets out in front of the hands, which is not ideal. Club face very open to the arc. Sweet spots orientation to the hands, not very good. In some other footage he sent me across, which is a little bit blurred, he's done it on his phone, so which is why I didn't use it. His head would come up really quick, come out the box, so to speak, so he'd start to stretch out the spine to get the club a little bit more on the inside. So at that point, when he was stretching out the spine, the sweet spot would be back here somewhere. So he was using that extension to prevent the shot that you're seeing there in front of you. So the problems for Lee and yourself start from sort of midway back when the left arm's parallel with the ground, P3. So from P3, left arm parallel with the ground, to P4, the top of the backswing, there's too much of a lift. The right arm leaves the side. The left arm and the butt of the club are pushed upwards. And from there, the move he makes is not particularly, it's not a massive over-the-top move, but we're looking down a left arm that's not in enough at that point, a shaft that's too steep, like I said, above the right shoulder. So, he sees the ball moving right to left. The 10 handicap golfer wants to, he has been down to 8. Wants to get down to category 1, which in the UK is 5 handicap and below. You just can't play golf from where he is. So from there, unless he wants to hit a big pull cut, he's got to do something in the downswing to help matters. So the drill that I prescribe to yourself, putting the cane under the right arm, discourages the lifting. I'm just going to take the left hand swing back to P3 as well. Now, Lee understood, because of the background and the coach that he's been working with, he understood that the knees had to change flex. But you can see here, this is about 15 shots into his session. We're starting to get more of a gap between the knees when the left arm's parallel with the ground. And the reason for that is because in order to propel the butt of the club far enough to play the shot, he's having to straighten out the trail leg a little bit quicker and flex the lead knee a little bit more. So, not tons more, because he had a pretty good knee action anyway, but just a little bit more. We didn't discuss that. We didn't advise him to do that. It's just a byproduct of what he's trying to do with the golf club. So top of the backswing now, not as much lifting. Right elbow in a more appropriate manner. And you can see the left wrist starts to keep more of a flat condition. During transition now, you can see that Lee's arms are angled inwards much more. So they're not angled in as much as they were, but they're angled in more. Which results in a sweet spot that is more in behind the hands, coming into delivery without excessive extension, so without the spine shooting up this way. He's in pretty good position at that point to just unwind through it. You can see again the leg action starting to calm down and the move through the ball. There's a lot less rolling of the club face, so maybe that's appropriate to you, maybe it's not on the through swing. All I'm getting at is that there's a few things changing in his swing there that we haven't really tried to do. It's just a byproduct of the changes that we've made. You can see the lead wrist in a different condition. Just going to zoom that in on both. Lead wrist on the right is flatter, more bowled out, more knuckles down, if you will. Less cupping of the lead wrist. Sweet spot being delivered differently. Not because he's trying to do that, but because he just happens to be doing it based on the change that he's made at the top. So at the top of the backswing, far less lifting, far less arms coming off the chest, keeping that pressure point rather than losing it. Whereas here, cane's underneath, can't lift, all the cane comes out. Much tidier position at the top. From there, you can make a different move at the golf ball. I hope that casts a little bit more light on it, shows you someone else doing the drill that you're wanting to do. Good luck with it, like I say, in the Skype session. If you've got any questions, just feel free to drop me a line whenever suits. Good luck.